What's going on, everybody? It's your boy AJ. You tuning in to Unscripted Conversations. I got my boy in here with me. You know what I'm saying? The man, the myth, the legend, Keys himself, Cortez. Going and welcome him to Unscripted Conversations.
Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? Hey, thank you for having me, bro.
Hey man, it ain't no problem at all. You blessing me by tuning in, and not only tuning in, but being a part of the experience. So I want to,
Shit,
you know what I'm
I'm
saying,
here,
before we
bro.
get too far into today's conversation and whatnot, can you tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? My name is King Keezy. I'm the number one stunner, you feel me? Behind nobody. You know what I'm saying? Nah. So look, I'm an artist, you know what I'm saying? I'm a wannabe community activist. I try to get involved where I can, you know what I'm saying? Try to put people before myself, shit, man, many talents, speak all types of different languages in this whole. No, I just speak one other language, bro. But I like to talk my shit too, you feel me? So I guess that's an language in itself. Anyway, bro, I'm King Keezy, you know what I'm saying? This is what I do. So I appreciate you,
Oh,
bro, having me.
oh,
You feel me?
oh. That's what we like. That's
I'm
what we
weak.
like. That's what we like. So if y'all don't know about King Keezy, my boy just went Instagram real famous. Okay.
I'm weak, bro.
He did. He
Only for
did.
being ugly.
Last I checked, dog had about 6,000 likes on it. Okay. If y'all don't know about it, y'all see about it. You feel what I'm talking about? So y'all see the man right now. He. I'm not gonna say he clean shaved, but he got a little stubble. Okay, got a little
Got
goatee.
like a little,
But believe it or not, man,
pencil beard over here.
the whole big hang time connecting earlobes, temples to chin to top of the lip to the whole nine, right? Dog
I'm geek.
cut it was baby face like me. You know what I
That shit
mean? So
was
y'all
out
go
of there,
follow that.
bro.
Go see him on the ground. Don't tell him you're at, big dog. I'm telling you at.
Look, you can catch me on IG at official underscore King Keys Keez. You know what I'm saying? You can find me on Twitter underscore OG Keys. You can find me on Snapchat. I think that's OG dash Keys. You know what I'm saying? You can find me. You feel me? So you go to my Instagram. We got all that. But I want to point people to that video, bro. That shit. Yeah, I had trolls in the comment. You feel me? My favorite one
Right?
was somebody said I look like an overindulged Kyle, and I was like, God damn.
Not an
But there was a
overindulged
lot of love too
Kyle.
there. Yeah, there was a lot of love too there, though. You know what I'm saying? Like people could relate to it and whatnot.
Yeah.
So again, I'll just let you know if you're thinking about shaving your beard and you're a fat ass dude, you know what I'm saying? Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Don't
Don't
unless
do
you go
it.
bald, bro. Don't go
Don't
bald.
do it. Go do a trim, do a fade. You know what I'm saying? Maybe trim it up just
Look,
a little bit, make it skinny, do like the mouth guard, the chin guard, the side straps, whatever, but don't go
bro.
bald.
Look. If I can tell you some backstory to that video, bro, I didn't mean to
Go
do what I
ahead.
did. You feel me? I was sitting there, I was trying to trim it, and I thought I was cold with the clippers, bro. So I went in there
Right?
no guard. You know what I'm saying? Look, just like you. I thought just like you. You feel
You
me?
said
I
no
went in there.
guards. Sir, do you see it ain't that long
I went
right
in there.
here? But you see the difference in no guard.
I went in that whole no guard, bro. Completely
Woo.
took off like the entire left side of my beard, bro. After that, I was like, man, it just gotta go. It gotta go. So but look, we back to force, and I'm saying it only took me like 3 weeks, and I mean, so we straight. You feel me?
Hey, dog, that's a talent. Cause out of my 25 years, this is all I got to show for it. It ain't a whole lot,
Look,
dog. It ain't a whole lot.
look, telling my ass, bro. This was a curse. I'm saying, um,
Yeah, yeah,
you
nah,
feel me? I mean,
that's I can understand that.
the
But
shit be
nah,
ugly,
man.
bro. I
So
swear.
so King Keezy, would you
Yes,
say that
sir.
that's an alias, a persona, or you know what I'm saying? Is that just you? How would you define what King Keezy is to you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's actually a nickname I got, bro. So I had that nickname for a while. really probably since like my sophomore year of high school. You know what I'm saying? So that was something I was being called. I didn't necessarily make that name myself, but it just kind of stuck. So you feel me? But when I'm getting into like my mode, I mean, like obviously you got different versions of yourself that you like to tap into. Yeah, bro. And I'm saying as far as the name goes, I'm saying other people gave it to me. So I ain't never
Okay,
call
so
myself
how did you
nothing.
know how they gave it to you? Like, was it something that you did, something that you said? Like, how did King Keezy, you know what I'm saying, come to be?
Yeah, essentially, you know what I'm saying? My entire life, my parents have grown me to be independent and to think for myself. And they wanted to really see me flourish, you feel me?
Right.
So they would raise me as being more than what I was expecting of myself, you feel me?
Okay.
But that ties into the king portion. My mom will always, she is a queen, you know what I'm saying? She calls herself Queen D, you feel me? So it's just natural I call myself king myself. But when I got to high school, like I said, that's when I got the nickname Keys. And again, it wasn't anything that I necessarily made up, but it definitely fit me. I mean, it just kind of stuck and shit. They even came through high school. Like I ain't even introduced myself as Keys, bro. But I guess a couple of people I knew from high school did go to college with me, but it stuck through. So you dig?
I feel that. So you know what I'm saying? Keys from the K and Cortez, right?
Yeah.
And the king, because your mom is a queen,
You
raised
feel
you as
me?
a prince to grow into a king. Other people
Yeah.
saw, you know what I'm saying, the leadership in you, the potential and the qualities, address you as such, and then that's how the birth of King Keezy went down, right? Is that a fair summary interpretation?
Look, essentially, I don't know if people recognize, you know what I'm saying, but look, I like to think so.
Hey, if they didn't before, they gonna see it now. If they ain't gonna see it
You
now, they
feel
gonna
me?
see it later. You know what I'm saying?
On me,
All
on
right,
me,
that's what we
bro. That's
like.
all we
That's what we
going is
like.
up.
That's what we like. So I know that, you know what I'm saying, in our discussions leading up to this conversation, you know what I'm saying, we mentioned talking about music, we mentioned talking about
Yeah,
art, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of life interests, different things like that. So tell the people, share with us, you know what I
yeah.
mean, what it is if you had a perfect day, right? And from the time that you woke up, let's say Thursday, tomorrow, the time that you woke
Okay.
up to the time that
Tomorrow's
you went to
Thursday.
sleep, what your ideal perfect day would consist of, dealing with your interests, and what it is that you want to make happen and see in the world.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Shit, if I had enough time on my day, bro, I would be working on everything. I think that's my problem. I can't get my shit straight. So even if it was like a perfect day, I'm trying to do like 22,000 things to try to, you know what I'm saying? I fuck it up for myself. But shit, on a perfect day, I'd wake up. You know what I'm saying? If I'm feeling real good and I'm feeling
Right,
motivated, I'll
right,
wake up about like 5. You feel me? And I
okay,
will wake up and like, essentially, I will go. You know what I'm saying? Get my prayer, my meditation on, get my workout. I'll go take a shower, and then I'll come back and get creative. You feel me? Um, I love working on music, bro. I can sit here and work on music for hours and not get bored. I can get frustrated, but I won't get bored with it. You feel me? Um, so I will work on that. Probably again like a perfect day. I'll probably work on that. Where am I at? Am I like on a beach or something, bro, or am I just like in my crib or what?
hey, it's wherever you want to be, whenever you want it to be. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
It can be 2098. It could be 1738. Whatever time period you want it to be, wherever you want it to be.
yeah.
You in control. You in the driver's seat. So it's whatever.
Look, perfect day, San Diego beaches. Got my bud on me. I got my music on me.
All
I got
right.
some water and some sunshine, bro, and I'm living. You feel me? If it was a perfect day and I ain't got no responsibilities and I already got all my money, also, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm taking me a nap after I work. God
Come
damn,
on now.
nap. Yeah, bro. People shouldn't be working all fucking day. You feel
I
me?
agree.
So I take it back. You know what I'm saying? I can't have no perfect day because I ain't perfect and this world wants too much of me. You know what I mean? But if I could have a perfect day, I would wake up, smoke my weed, meditate, work on my music, for like 8 hours, and take a nap.
I like that.
Wake up and get some good food. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm a fat ass nigga, bro. So I gotta give me some. I gotta give me some food, bro.
I feel that. So let me ask you this, because you said something that made me think of something. So you said that the world too much asks too much of you for you to have a perfect day, right? So my question to you is, do you feel like it's the world that's asking too much of you, or do you feel like there's an obligation that you put on yourself to the world, so that's why you feel like it's asking a lot of you to where you can't have the perfect day that you really want?
Mm. Bro, that's a good question. And when I don't ask myself that exact question, but when I ask myself kind of like, why am I doing what I do? You feel me? Why am I pushing myself when I could just be chilling for real? Because we all make choices in life. And you can try to make your life what it is to be. But at the end of the day, bro, like, um, again, we're talking about a perfect world, perfect day. This world ain't perfect, you feel me? If it
Right.
was up to me, you feel me? Niggas wouldn't be working all day. And their resources, they will have what they need to go and do the shit that they wanted to do with their life. You know what I'm saying? But because we don't live in a society like that, I can't do that yet. You feel me?
Right.
And because we live in a place where money rules the world, money is power, and money can change your life, or you need money to survive. You feel me? We fucking work all day, you know? And I got too much work to do. I gotta change my life. I gotta change my family's life. That's what I'm focused on. You feel me? So I just gotta, for me, when I think about the stuff that I want to do, I want to impact other people's lives. And when I think about the work that I'm doing now and the money I'm trying to save and the volunteering I go do and whatnot, it's all about impacting our people a little bit better. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is, bro. You know, it's not a perfect world, so I can't just go and kick it right now. I'm too young, apparently. But best believe once I get where I want to be, like
Yeah.
I'll enjoy my time. You feel me?
So what would you say to the people that would combat your statement of the change that you want to see can't necessarily happen due to, we'll say, capitalism, right? To the system of getting around money and all of that. And their
Yeah.
argument to you is, well, what about nonprofit organizations, nonprofit boards, people volunteering, philanthropy? What would you, like, if they were to combat you by saying, like, what you can do, you know what I'm saying? What
Mm.
is it you want to do? Make the impact that you want to, because there are like 501c3s, there are corporate nonprofits, there are standalone nonprofits, there are homeless shelters, like a variety of things that currently exist. What would you
Yeah.
say to them that try to combat your statement with those institutions and facilities that are already in place?
America makes too much fucking money for people to be homeless. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion,
Right.
there's too much money in this country for anyone to be homeless or hungry. You know what I'm saying? It's not that expensive to feed people. It's not that expensive to home people. All you gotta do is just, you know what I'm saying, actually put the money into the right places.
Mhm.
So that's just my opinion. You feel me? Um, if you disagree, that's fine. But again, when you look at, we're supposed to be the richest country in the world. You feel me? We make trillions, and there's only 330 million people. If China can give its people some cheap healthcare, and there's billions over there, you know what I'm saying? America could be doing a lot better. You feel me? It reminds me, bro. I seen a fucking I was scrolling through TikTok, wasting too much time, but there was this video playing in Germany, and they were in the fucking projects talking about please help this American child. She cannot afford to eat today.
Mhm.
For $14 a month, you can feed this child every. And I'm like, bro, we're America. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pitiful, bro. That's
Right.
pitiful. We're supposed to be the top of the fucking world. And again, like, nowhere is perfect. You feel me? But it can be a
Yeah.
lot better. You feel me? And you can give people time back in their day. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas shouldn't, we're not built to be working 40 hours a week or more than that. at some whatever, bro. In my opinion, some
Okay.
job you absolutely hate. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
No, I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. You know what I'm saying? I can't disagree with you. Because I can't speak for everybody, but I know like
Yeah.
when I would wake up on accident on the weekend at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I see these commercials come on like you can sponsor a child in Africa for 10 cents a day. You'll get a
Yeah.
certificate of
I'm
life.
weak.
Everything that you need to know about the child that you're sponsoring in Africa, and to
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like even before you pointed out the ad or the commercial that you saw overseas, you know what I'm saying, internationally, and it being the opposite lens, you know what I'm saying, like sponsoring an American child. It's like so we have as a whole, you know what I'm saying, like we can talk about like, oh, well, we need to do this for this country. We need to do this for that country. We're the land of the free. We're the home of the brave. We're the most prosperous and most opportune, rich environment as far as countries go in the
Word.
world. But we have a homeless population that somehow can't be properly served. We have children on a mass scale who can't be properly served if they aren't, excuse me, in a proper school district. Not that it necessarily has to be a private school, but some type of school
Yeah.
district that has, I'll say, modest HOA fees.
You know what I'm
Um,
saying? I'm weak.
Because
Bruh.
I don't want to offend
Yeah,
nobody, you know what I'm
bro.
saying? Like, because like there's people, you know what I'm saying, who have grown up in circumstances where they've had to do more than other people to get where they are today. You know what I'm saying? So I don't
Yeah.
want to discount the work that they've done as individuals or as couples, as a married unit
Nah,
or
for sure.
for their kids. So I don't want to discredit them by saying something along the lines of like affluent or privileged or something along those lines. So I want to say like wherever
Mm.
there's higher HOA fees, there tends to be better schools. But in line with that, it sparked a different question in my mind, right?
Yo.
So you know about financial services, same as I know about financial services. We
Mm.
both know about how lending works. We know about underwriting. We know about credit and how that
Know a
affects,
lot of shit.
you know what I'm saying, interest rates, so on and so forth. And the reason that I bring this up is something I was thinking about previously because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get me a new whip, whoop de woo.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Be selling on them in the summer, huh?
You know, I was
On
like,
me. Look, it ain't
depending on
tricking
what
if
it's
you
looking
got it. You
like.
feel me?
But I'm bringing this up because
Yeah.
I want to know your opinion, right? Well, before I ask your opinion, let me ask you this: are you familiar with alternative underwriting?
Alternative underwriting,
Mhm.
as in another company is having somebody else do their underwriting. Are you talking about that, or are you talking about like something different? I guess I'm
It's,
not familiar. You know what I'm saying?
it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. So traditionally underwriting is like your household utilities, how much you make,
Mm-hmm.
net to income ratio, revolving accounts, credit score, not credit score, credit limits, credit balances, different things like that. Like that's typically what comprises a credit score and what also goes into underwriting. Would you agree with that?
Mm. Yeah, for sure. If we're
Right.
talking, you talking about a loan right now, or are you talking about insurance?
I'm talking about a loan and then
Gotcha.
interest
Okay.
rates that go in line with the loan.
Word.
Right. So alternative underwriting takes a separate approach. So for those who don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like if you rent but you don't own a home, those monthly rent payments that you make don't affect your credit score at all. Which means that an underwriter, when you're going to get a loan, doesn't look at it at all because it doesn't factor in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not something that really counts.
Okay.
So alternative underwriting takes in things that I guess standard underwriting practices don't really take in.
Mm.
So it'll take in your rental history. So like if you've been in an apartment for X amount of time, or you've been in a home or a townhome for X amount of time or a condo, but you've been renting and you didn't buy it, it looks at that type of history as opposed to payment history towards equity, a
Okay.
mortgage, whatever the case. Sometimes they
Yeah.
can look at something so simple as your Amazon payments You know what I'm saying? Like, are they making Amazon purchases and still making their bills on time? You know what I'm saying? Similar to, it's almost as similar as around as like you're looking at your FICO score, like your smaller bills, like electric bills, your subscriptions, your utilities, different things like that, as opposed to things that are more permanent and large, well, semi-permanent, like
Yeah.
mortgages and different things like that. So that's where alternative underwriting comes in. It's a newer concept, but that's the approach that they're taking because they realize that there's different types of people out there. And just because somebody may not own a home, that
Me.
doesn't mean that they can't make their payments on time. Like, I'm not gonna go too much deeper into it than that. But essentially that's what
I'm with you.
underwriting is. And so when it comes, the reason I bring that up is because when you look at typical underwriting or traditional underwriting when it comes to getting a loan for a car, and they're calculating like your monthly payments, your loan term as far as like how many months that they're estimating you to pay back that loan. Um, if you have a lower credit score, they give you a higher payment. Whereas if you have a
Me.
higher credit score, you get a lower payment. And my issue with this is not so much that I'm saying if you have a higher credit score that you should have a higher payment, but more so that just because you have a lower credit score, that doesn't, in my opinion, make sense to give you a higher payment. Because let's say you have a lower credit score because you never had credit before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because no credit is treated the same as bad credit, essentially. And so, like, let's say like you've just graduated, you've moved to a new state, or you're just not going to college and you need a vehicle so you can get groceries. You need a vehicle so you can go home for the holidays, so you can move around and do what it is that you need to do. Maybe you need a part-time job, so that's why you need a vehicle. And having no credit, being treated the same as bad credit, then puts you in a financial deficit because your payment will be higher because your interest rate is higher because of how they treat no credit. Whereas if you had a good credit score with 700 plus, you get a lower payment, which lessens the financial burden on you, which keeps more money in your pocket. So my question to you, I say all this as a preface. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't want to have, you know what I'm saying, people like, well, what does this mean and what does that mean? But I say all this as a preface to like, what are your thoughts and opinions when it comes to traditional underwriting, alternative underwriting, and then just the overall system of lending, if you will, when it comes to the different ways that people, I don't want to say that people are, but the different situations that people are in.
No, I'm with you. So coming somebody that's trying to buy a house right now, the way that our credit system works is extremely silly. Extremely silly. You know what I'm saying? So all the points that, you know what I'm saying, you can have all your ducks in a row, you know what I'm saying? But with the situation for as far as mortgages, they only look at a couple of things. They don't look at like I'm trying to make sure I remember this correctly. But they look at your credit card payments, they look at your other loan payments and stuff. But they don't take into account the full grasp of what you're doing. So it's like you'll have these set of rules for trying to go get a mortgage, and you'll have a little bit of a different set of rules for just calculating your regular credit score. You know what I'm saying? And you'll have somebody else playing a different game altogether if you're trying to get a car or whatever else, you know? So it's like, it's goofy, bro, you know? Um, but it's also made to, again, it's made to be like that. You know what I'm saying? It's when I think about underwriting for traditional loans, like it's silly, bro. So I'm glad to know that there's a such thing as an alternative underwriting. You know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go do some more research on that. But it kind of brings me to, again, when you think about your community, there needs to be more resources just there. You feel me? There shouldn't be a reason why you can't be able to get a loan, um, unless you just really suck. You know what I'm saying?
Not that you
But
suck.
well, no, I mean, so hear me out. There's some people that really suck. Like
No, that's
sitting as
facts. That's
president,
facts. That's facts.
former president, my bad. Like take him for example. You feel me? He was able to get business loans and bank loans just off of his name, you know. But he ended up owing people like hundreds of millions of dollars. And even while he was owing people hundreds of millions of dollars and going bankrupt on his different businesses and hotels weren't making profits and he was lying on his financials and everything other else, he was still able to get more money from banks. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's silly, bro, you know, but that's where we are right now, you know. So I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad to know that there's another way for people to go and do it. But that's more of the reason why I feel like I need to go and get mine up. You feel me? So that once you have it, and I'm saying you have the leverage you're looking for, whatever, bro, like they can't take that away from you for real, you know. It's forced respect at that point. Or you can just go
Yeah.
out and buy your own shit as you please. You feel me? Um, but you with that, once you get yours up, you need to give back and make sure you're trying to do something better and help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I had one person tell me that they wouldn't give me a loan. He said, "You have perfect credit, but your score is this." And I was like, "Well, what's the point of even telling me that I have perfect credit if you weren't gonna try to give me a loan or whatever, right?"
Right.
If you have your money or you're somebody that can fund somebody else, you can just look at that and be like, "Hey, you know, like I know you, I know you're a hard worker, or I'm looking at your history and nothing really seems to bother me that much. You have a couple of hiccups like everybody does, or whatever the case may be, that you can fund that." So I don't know. I'm for getting yours, bro, but it's the games that we have to play is extremely silly. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
So
Because I was doing some thinking the other day. I was like, because in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, there is an untapped market. And this is strictly from a business standpoint and not even personal. There's an untapped market when it comes to larger loans, not even personal loans, but larger loans such as like an auto loan or a home loan
yeah,
based in alternative lending. Because say there are people who literally just don't make enough money. And it's not
on
their
me.
fault. They just aren't able to make enough money due to the position that they're in, the role that they have, the industry that they serve. Maybe it's education, maybe it's family circumstances or kids, but they just aren't able to make enough money to change their circumstance. It's not that they're late on their bills. It's not that they don't pay things on time. It's not that they don't handle their financial responsibilities. Is that simply put, they just don't make enough money and they can't change their pay rate. You know what I mean? Like it's not on them to like they
On
can
me.
ask for a raise, they can ask for a promotion, they can say, hey, excuse me, I've been here for X amount of time and I do this work and I bring this to the company, so I deserve this amount. But at the end of the day, they can't sign off on that.
Mm.
So, in my opinion, there's an untapped market when it comes to alternative underwriting and lending. Because, well, I won't say because. I'm gonna use a hypothetical. Let's say there's a two-parent household, 3 kids, and we'll say a 3-bedroom apartment. That's not out of the ordinary. You know what I mean? You have one
On me.
bedroom for the parents, you have 2 bedrooms for the older kids, and then you have one kid, probably the youngest, that shares a room with another or has their own if they're lucky. You know what I'm saying? And then you have whatever the case, but nonetheless, it's still an apartment. So, due to traditional underwriting practices, no matter how long this family's been at this residence, whether it's been 5 years or 15 years, none of that counts towards their credit score.
It ain't that
They could have
goofy.
been, they could have been on time. They could have been
Yeah.
early. They could have been ahead. Whatever the case, but due to traditional practices, it doesn't matter. So while ABC Bank or ABC Lender is denying them, let's just say I also open up a lending institution and say, hey, um, we do things a little bit different here. Just bring whatever documents, and it may be a longer process, right? Like to figure out, okay, like have they been on time with all of their bills? Have they been consistent with their financial obligations? It may be a longer process to figure it out, but if I'm still getting the money, then why does it matter? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
strictly from a business standpoint, you know what I mean? Like I don't feel the need that if someone has, we'll say a 650 or 600 credit score, to charge them a 20% interest rate because you're not going to see it. And then even if you want to look at it from a business standpoint of like, oh, I'm not going to see it, so I'll get the card back in this and the third. Like the amount of time that it will take you to get that card back from charging them 20% interest, you could have just been already bringing in the money. And then if you want to
Yeah.
combat that with like, oh, well, there's another third party that's going to collect, and then someone's going to tow it, and then they're going to repossess it, and that third. Like you do the time value of money, you're losing money by taking that longer approach. Because today's dollar is worth more than tomorrow's dollar. Simply put.
It sound like you giving people free game. You know what I'm saying? I hope nobody see
Hey,
your idea.
hey, honestly, dog, if somebody were to take this idea, I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't even be
Yeah.
mad because there's so many more people that could benefit from it than I could. You know what I mean? Because the only thing about a lender is that whomever is selling the asset or the liability to that person, they just got to know that you have the money to pay them regardless. That's it. As long as
Well,
they
I
get
mean,
their money
you
up
shouldn't
front,
care about nothing else.
like they don't care. Like that's the reason why you can transfer titles to other people. You can transfer loans. You can buy cars and stuff for other people. You can put someone on your insurance and then make them a driver for a different car. Like that's the reason there's all these options. Is because they don't care who does what as long as they get their money. So if I go to a lender, used car lot one, and I say, hey, I have X amount of money. I can support these amount of vehicles. These are the type of people that I'm looking for. So when they come in and they say they need a car, then you can go ahead and direct them to me. That works out for everybody.
Feel me?
The car lot gets their money. I get my money on top of the interest. The person gets their car at a decent interest rate. Nobody has to get repossessed. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a win-win all the way around. At least in my
It
opinion.
can be that simple.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm looking at it too simple. Maybe I'm seeing it from an elementary style. Maybe I got rose-colored lenses. But in my opinion, what else is there left to do? You know what I'm saying? Like once you can prove to somebody that you have the capital for a loan for an asset. Like they're gonna question what you
Yeah,
have in
bro.
black and white, they're gonna question
You
your bank statements.
you feel me? You made a lot of good points, bro. The first of which is that niggas shouldn't, if niggas are working, if they don't want to, they shouldn't have to work more than one job to get by. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. You feel me?
Yeah.
But what you're saying, I mean, that's how it should work. People should be able to lend you money if you know you got the shit and they know you got the shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or they, you know what I'm saying? And it's just silly that people don't. But it's just more of that gate garden, bro. And you know about that. And I
Yeah.
mean, but gotta guard that gate, boy. You know what I'm saying? Don't want too many people getting ahead. You feel me? Because if you and more people was to take up a concept like yours, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in theory has a chance at being happy. You feel me? Shit straight,
Yeah.
you know? So
No, I feel you, dog. I feel you. And I didn't mean to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say take over the conversation, but I didn't mean to take it one way. You know what I mean? You just,
nah, you good. I'm
you know
saying
how I
we're
get,
talking.
dog. Like we start talking about something, then I got questions, and then I got like a hypothesis and theories, and you know what I'm saying?
I'm weak.
It's just, you know what I'm saying? It kind of takes over, for a lack of better words. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
But anyway, moving right along to the next topic. So, from what I understand, King Keezy, you feel me? Not only a producer, but an artist.
Yeah, bro. I make most of my beats. You know what I'm saying. ain't the best producer, but I'm working on it. You feel me? All I can do is keep getting better and better and better. But I definitely make fucking bangers. You feel me?
Come on, bangers.
Look, nah, but I actually started out. So I started out writing, and everybody fucking does some form of writing when you're younger. You know what I'm saying? But I like to write in rhymes. But I started really getting into music when I started learning how to make my own beats.
Right.
So I had my good friend's dad. You taught me how to make beats, and he gave me my first software, and he gave me a ton of sounds to send me on my way. You feel me? I was about, I think I was like 17, 18, bro. I'm 24 now for reference. You feel me? So
Let you know
that's really
how long dog been working.
look, been working and just keep getting better, bro. So yeah, bro. Started off as a producer, you know what I'm saying? Um, and just brought it all together, I guess. You feel me? That's when I really fell in love with music. I learned how to make my own sounds and shit. Like I've been low with different noises, and I'm saying I gotta have different tempos, different rhythms. I'm trying to really coach myself how to learn a piano. You feel me? So that I can start laying down some crazy keys and shit. But I'm into all that, bro. It's just different energy when you can just create something. You know.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I feel that. I feel that wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, and this is a loose uh comparison, but like take me and cut my hair, right? I ain't never
Uh,
went to barber school or nothing. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I never when I got to college, I didn't trust nobody to cut my hair. That's really how it started. And I was like, nah, I don't want nobody cut my. I don't know these people like this. Like they gonna push me back. They gonna have me that's all the way messed up, right? And so that's what motivated me to like start cutting my hair. And I ain't gonna lie, I messed up a lot. Okay, fade would be messed up. The taper would be messed up. The edge up would be crooked. Like all types of stuff. And it's not perfect now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not perfect now, but it works for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't necessarily worry about how it turns out because I know number one that I can do it. Number two that I did it, and number three that it came out majority of the time the way that I wanted it to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like, not saying that your music don't come out the way that you want it to, or your beats, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case, whatever it is the craft that you're working on at the time. But you know what I'm saying, like, it's a delicate thing to it. Like, I'm sure, like, when you first started with your first software, when you first started making your first beats, I'm not gonna say I'm personally not gonna say that they was trash because I wasn't there, but they may not have been the best that you ever did, right? And you may have been like a little wary about like who you shared it with, who you let listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody wanted to be like, hey, like what you been working on, how you been turned out, you might have been a little cautious about like who you shared it with, how you shared it, how you presented it, you know, different things like that. And so I feel like from a development standpoint that's not anything that's unique to one situation. You know what I mean? Like, because I know when I first started cutting my hair, I was like, somebody asked me who cut my hair. I'm gonna say it was Buddy from around the corner because it might be bad. You know what I mean? So I feel where you coming from, dog. I really, really do.
Nah, I mean that's facts. It's a development. Sometimes even now I'll be making shit. I'll be like, this shit's fucking trash. You know what I'm saying? But you just scrap it and you try to come back to it later. You feel me? So
Yeah.
it's the same way you let your hair grow back. You know what I mean, and you just come back to it another time. It'll be there. But yeah, bro. When I first started making beats, I'm saying I ain't no fucking what's it called? That software is complicated, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take anybody some time to get that shit out. You know what I mean? I started off on
Right.
Reason, and that's like top shit. There ain't no fucking Fruity Loops or Garage Bands. You know what I'm saying? Like I was making some crazy shit that I knew nothing about,
Right.
but I was still making some decent shit. You feel me? Like my first project that I put out, and it took me some years for my first project.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, The first beats I was making was sounding like some shit off of fucking SpongeBob. You feel me? That shit was still better than anything that niggas could put together, but it wasn't my best work. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, you just continue to grow and you continue to build on and then put your time in, you feel me? Shit. And give me some years, know what I mean? And I'll be shit way better than I was today. That's just natural.
I feel
if
that.
I wasn't, then there's a problem, right?
Right? No, that's facts. That's facts.
Shit. You just gotta stick to it.
So bring me to I don't want to say a point, but a question. So when people say that they've harnessed their craft, right? Like, what does that mean to you?
Your craft.
Yeah, like how people say like they've harnessed their craft, like they're the like they've harnessed their craft. Like, what does that mean to you when you hear someone like if you were to hear someone say that?
For me, that means you at the pinnacle of the pinnacles. You feel me? And there's levels to it. You can't fake that. You know what I'm saying? You can't fake being LeBron James, nigga. You can't fake being Picasso. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about the pinnacle, you got to know that you, first off, you got to be extremely confident in your craft. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying that's a mind state thing. But you don't need the what's it called, it acknowledgement of others. You know what I'm saying? Especially now with art, you don't need the acknowledgement of others. But there's weight, you know what I'm saying? When you say that you master your craft, there's weight to that. You know what I'm saying? So look, all I'm saying is if you're just talking about you master your craft, you better be able to back it up. You feel me? If another professional comes up to you, another nigga come up to you, be like, yo, I'm better than you. Like, you gotta show that nigga you better. You feel me?
That's fact.
You know, that's all that is. So
I'm gonna tell you that I'm a little biased.
yeah.
And by that I mean like if someone were to tell me, you know what I'm saying, that they've reached that level of their passion or that level of their career. You know what I mean? Like my question to them that I would pose would be like, well, what are you learning? Right? Because things change. No matter what industry you're in, what interest you have, what career path you've taken, things change. Right? And when things change, you either adapt or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you feel like, and this is not everybody, but if you feel like you hit that point to where like you're the standard, right? Like, what do you do when there's a new standard? What do you do? Like, if there's a new method or something, like, are you open to learning it? Not saying that you necessarily have to change, but like, are you open to learning it? Are you open to trying it, to figuring out if that's something that you can do, if it's for you? Or do you dismiss it because you're it? Like you're the guy or the girl. You're the man, you're the woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe I'm just a little bit biased because I look into everything, but that's what I would want to know.
Nah, I definitely think what I'm saying when you have to be able to do some sort of growth to continue to be at the top. You feel me? Nobody just stays at the top. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people gunning for you, no matter where you at. You know what I'm saying? Whether you the president of the United States, whether you again LeBron James, whether you me, you know what I'm saying? You one of them niggas trying to get up to the top. You're gonna try to do something different. You feel me? So yeah, master your craft. You feel me? You can be a master of your craft in what you do if it's something specific. But if you wanted to do it on a broader scale, then obviously you got to keep your skills fresh. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you an example. Like if let's think. I lost it in my head, bro. But if I'm the person, or if I'm the person that created a certain style, you feel me? And I'm the only one that can do that, then I master my craft of that specific portion in my small little tiny world. You
Right.
know, if you want to do it on a larger scale, then you got to keep going, bro, because there's new shit. The world don't stop. These things always change, so you got to move too.
I fool with it. I fool with it. I fool with it. So let me ask you this: as an artist, as a
Yo,
producer, what are you doing to further your craft? What are you doing for your development? You know what I'm saying? To get to the next level.
I stay learning, bro. You know, when I'm at my best, I'm constantly studying and trying to learn new shit. Because again, there's just so much out there, bro. Like
Mhm.
I got time to put in, and I know that. You know what I'm saying? There's so much that I need to learn, or not even need to learn. There's so much that I want to learn, and there's so much that I want to see myself grow and develop just naturally by my own standards. I'm not there yet. So what
Mhm.
I'm doing, I'm saying, again, you study, but you also got to go and work with some other people because you can't stay in your box and expect to be great at what you're doing. You feel me? It's like you're a boxer. You know what I'm saying, you need somebody to spar with. You need a coach to teach
Mhm.
you something different. You hop across different gyms or whatever. You know, you got to do that when you're young, bro. You got to do that when you're fucking starting out, because yeah, some people can get lost in some shit, but that's not me. I can only be in one place for one time and grow so much. You know what I'm saying? You need other people to learn from. So
Mhm.
that's another part of that growth for sure. I think the last part of it, you know what I'm saying, is you got to keep your mental up. Um, because when you get frustrated, you know what I'm saying, that you're trying to do something different, or you're trying to learn something new, or you're trying to create something new, and it's not coming out how you want it to. Um, you got to stick with it. And you got to keep patient, and you got to keep it in your mind that you're on the path to doing the thing that you want to be able to do. You feel me? Especially when you never seen it before. You know. Um, so like I told you, like my good friend's dad taught me how to make beats.
Right.
Um, Outside of that, bro, I was working by myself or just working with that for like 2, 3 years, and I got to a point where I was like, bro, like you're plateauing and you know you're not where you want to be. So what's going on? So I just talked with a friend, and she was like, oh, let me get on the track. You know what I'm saying? Ended up having the most fun, and it brought new energy to it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I also learned something from her. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like she ain't gonna flow on the track the same way I'm gonna flow on it. You feel me? So you gotta work with other people to get some new perspectives and shit. I'm saying the same way me and you talking right now, and the same way that people may not agree with me, or maybe some people like is learning. You feel me, from some shit that you taught them. You gotta talk
Mhm.
with other people, bro. You can't do it in a black hole. You feel me?
Right. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And I really like that. And I'm gonna paraphrase a little bit. I really like the point that you brought up about collaboration from a sense of understanding, not so much of just what they can bring. Because I feel like there's
Mm-hmm.
times where when people put together teams or they do things as a unit, they pay more attention to what can this person bring, what can this person do for the whole, but they don't actually reflect on how the person did what it is that they did and how they can learn from that as an individual. You know what I mean? Because like
Mm-hmm.
I can be like, I'm gonna build a fantasy team, right? NBA, I'm gonna build a fantasy team. I'm gonna have Anthony Davis, I'm gonna have KD, I'm gonna have Steph, I'm gonna have LeBron, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have, you know what I'm saying? All these different powerhouses, right? Bring in everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because of what they do individually. And I feel like that's how a lot of people see teams when they're putting them together. But when it comes to putting together a team in real life, I don't think that people actually pay enough attention to, okay, now that I put this team together, what can I draw from the team to make me better in my craft? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how can I put it? We're gonna use superheroes, right? Okay, let's use superheroes. So have you seen the Justice
Which
League
one?
movie?
Yes.
Okay, okay, all right. Did
Yeah,
you
I
see
seen it. Yeah,
the Zack Snyder's director's cut of Justice League?
I did.
I'm gonna tell you why I bring up the two. The origin and the base of them were the same, but the way that they were comprised, put together, and delivered was different.
Word.
So there were similarities between the two. And although Zack Snyder's Justice League was longer, had different parts, a different ending, whatever the case, there were still similar elements from the first Justice League that initially came out. Now, I was not in the director's studio, I wasn't in the writer's room, so I can't tell you for certain how things went down. But in my opinion, if I were to format this to fit what we were just talking about, it's that Zack Snyder saw the first Justice League come out. He's like, oh, well, I have a different take on it, a different spin, a different perspective. I'm going to put mine out. But before he did that, he he listened to the fans, he listened to the critics, he listened to the people that watched that read the comic books. It was like, okay, this makes sense, this doesn't make sense, this is good to put in, this I should take out, this I should change. And he used all of that different information to make his own project, his own baby, his own deliverable, whatever you want to call it, better than if he were to just be like, this is what y'all did, and this is what I'm gonna do. Because the differences in the movie, there were a lot of differences. And honestly, in my opinion, if he did not want to include the way that things happened in the first Justice League that came out, he definitely could have left those out. Because his movie was way different. Not in a bad way. I actually liked his rendition better than the first one that came out. But
Yeah,
it
it was
was
tight.
so different that I feel like he could have left the original Justice League movie parts out and still made his movie.
Mm.
But because it is so different and it had those original pieces, those original scenes, that that's the insight that he drew from the collaboration that he had from the critics, from the writers, from the other directors, from the producers, from the fans, from the comic book readers. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe even from the actors themselves. I don't know how big they are into DC. I don't know them personally, but maybe some of them are, you know what I'm saying, big comic book fanitos. You know what I'm saying? Fans.
Yeah,
They're
bro.
big people in the comic book world. They go to Comic Con, they do the cosplay, they dress up, whatever the case. I don't know, but it's possible. You know what I mean? And long-winded as I am, I use all that to say that when it comes to collaboration, I think there's more benefit in seeing how you can learn from your team as opposed to solely looking at what your team brings to the project that you assembled them for.
Yeah, on me, bro. And and to give you another point on the teams thing, you got to remember that situation. Like he had, and it wasn't the, it probably wasn't the exact cut. Like you said, he took the feedback from the fans and went back and then made his director's cut. But the first movie, people ragged that shit,
Mhm.
and there was a reason why he had to go back and make a director's cut. You know what I'm saying? Um, but that was because somebody on the team held him back. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be real careful when you put it together your team, because like you said, like you people and people who want to lead and do different things, you know what I'm saying, you want to try to build up some shit or whatever. You need to pay attention to your people, you know what I'm saying. You need to make sure that you're straight. You need to make sure that you're bringing in different perspectives. um it reminds me of this documentary I was watching. I can't remember the name of it, but they were talking about how biodiversity makes the planet healthier, you know what I'm saying. It's like that across the board. You feel me? So when you bring in different perspectives and thoughts, you know what I'm saying, and you go in there with a mindset of trying to be open and learn and work with each other to make something better than what you could just do by yourself, bro. There ain't nothing that can stop you, you know what I'm saying? I believe in the power of people. If you believe it yourself, like there ain't nobody that's gonna stop you from doing whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying, there ain't nobody gonna stop me. I'm gonna figure out some shit. But I can figure it out way faster if I have a good team. You know what I'm saying? If I have people I can trust and people that trust me. Um, and I think as at some point, like it to be you need some sort of camaraderie between y'all. So it can't just be numbers and zeros and shit. Like you gotta have some sort of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So people are complex, teams are complex, bro, but it ain't that damn complex. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can figure it out because it's in us. You know? We're black people.
Hey, I ain't mad at you, man. I ain't mad at you. So before, you know what I'm saying, we go on in and make our exit, you know what I'm saying, gracefully exit left. Where can the people find your music, man?
You can find me on all platforms. All you gotta do is type in King, K-I-N-G, Keezy, Keezy. You feel me? And I mean all platforms. So don't say that you don't see me, little hoe, because I definitely see you. Not looking at me. So go check it out.
All right. And number two,
Shit.
if people want to hear the Intellectuals podcast, where can they find it?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you go to my IG page, which is official_King Keys, I will also have the name or the Instagram account for the Intellectual podcast. You know what I'm saying? Coming soon. You feel me? Got some things to figure out, bro, on the back end, you know what I'm saying? But once that shit come out, it's gonna be lit.
I like it. Well, y'all, you know what I'm saying? This wraps up our episode. This wraps up our conversation.
You feel me?
Unscripted Conversations with King Keys, aka
thank y'all for having me. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for being on the show. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your willingness to be here. I appreciate your input, your insight. You know what I'm saying? And I wish you nothing but all of the highly favorable blessings, you know what I'm saying, that's in your path, that's coming on the way. I wish you nothing but the best, all success, and you know what I'm saying, money bags and all the rest.
You feel me, bro? Look, all love and all sent to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm always praying for your success, my bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Catch y'all later. Thank y'all for having me.
Oh, hey, catch us next time. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. Post notifications, like, subscribe, tell your friend to tell a friend, tell your mama, daddy, sister, uncle, brother, cousin, niece, nephew, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever you got. Let them know we tuned in, we locked in, we doing big things, and this is Unscripted Conversations. We out.